Pontiac Grand Am closeout. Don't miss it.
Welcome back to the pregame show. We're just a few minutes away from the Phillies and the Mets from the vet. In our news and notes segment today, we'd like to take a look at some trends that have been going on, particularly in the American League, with the Tigers over the last 6 games, 47 runs in 3 games versus the Orioles, but only 7 runs in 3 games versus the Brewers. Now, Don Mattingly, the Yankees, has been on a tear. 50 RBIs in his last 49 games, and the Yankees, therefore, have won 4 straight wins to reach tie for first for the first time in a long time. Meanwhile, in the National League, Lee Smith of the Cardinals, check this out. He is the fastest player ever to reach 40 saves in a season. 40 saves in 117 games for Lee Arthur Smith, getting the job done for the Cardinals. Chuck Carr, the center fielder for the Florida Marlins, 15-game hitting streak. He's getting the job done. Scott Sanderson, now he was picked off waivers from California by the Giants. Hasn't really done much at all this season. These are his numbers both with California and San Francisco. 0-9, 6.42 ERA in his last 13 games. Not really getting the job done. Maybe it wasn't that great of a pickup by the San Francisco Giants, who are in control in the National League West. Well, this afternoon, we're ready for baseball. The Phillies send Curt Schilling to the mound against Eric Hillman. Schilling is now 10 wins and 6 losses. He did win his last outing against the Montreal Expos. For Eric Hillman, he is 1-6, left-hander, and we'll see how he does against Schilling this afternoon at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. It's a great day for baseball. Hope you enjoyed the pregame show. Again, our thanks to Mayor Rendell for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed that segment. I'll be here with you during the games for an update on other pennant races. Sit back and enjoy the ball game here on PHL 17.
The pregame show with Neil Heitman was brought to you by Roy Rogers. Try Roy's roasted and fried chicken, roast beef, or a sourdough bacon cheeseburger. Roy Rogers, the one-of-a-kind place for that one-of-a-kind taste.
Write down this phone number, then put it in your car. Because if you're ever seriously injured in a car accident, you can call this number 24 hours a day. Be in touch with the law offices of Manchell, Lundy, and Lesson. We have more than 30 years of experience, and no one will work harder for you. So if you are ever seriously hurt in a car accident, we're able to take so much of the pain out of recovering what's legally yours. Write down this number, put it in your car. Oh, and give it to someone you love.
Once the sighting of an eclipse was considered a rare phenomenon. But today, the Eclipse is the #1 selling import in its class. Now, to help you fully experience it, Mitsubishi is offering an Eclipse lease for as little as $169 a month with $700 down. So rather than search the heavens for an Eclipse, see your Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
You can see and drive an Eclipse at your 3-state area Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it.
Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. It's just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
Unreal stories of the Highway Patrol.
Looks like we got us a drunk, folks.
Cops take off in pursuit of a drunken driver. Tomorrow at 7:30 on PHL 17. Hi, everybody from Veterans Stadium. Welcome to Phillies baseball this afternoon. The final game of the series, the Phils and the New York Mets. Going for the Phillies, Curt Schilling. Eric Hillman for New York. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser on a warm afternoon here at the vet. Big crowd expected today. And the Phillies operating without Dave Hollins. He has a jammed thumb, Whitey. Possibly might play on Tuesday in Colorado. But really, Kim Baptiste steps in and does an excellent job filling in for Day.
Well, they hit the grand slammer a couple of nights ago, and that was pretty exciting. It won the game. Had a couple of base hits last night, ripped a line drive off the left field wall. He can play defensively. I think, you know, if Hollins were out for a month like he was before, you're really missing. But for a shorter period of time, I think, you know, Kim Baptiste fills in very, very well.
The Mets certainly know that. He's hitting .471 against New York this year. Andy, Kurt Schilling, speaking about New York, has great numbers against the Mets.
Perfect team for him to pitch against, Harry. He's 6-1 lifetime against these Mets, has not lost to them since he joined the Phillies. And when you look at the heart of the New York batting order, Murray and Bonilla, they are a combined 1 for 32, 0 for 16 this year off Schilling.
That'll be Kurt Schilling against the left-hander Eric Hillman, and we'll have the starting lineups for you right after these messages.
The Phillies and the New York Mets is being brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your bud. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. And by Independence Blue Cross. Personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
Upon completing the rear axle of C diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagram set and secure the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
What a stirring rendition of our national anthem by the Villanova University and Presbyterian Combined Chorus, directed by Carol Evans. Wind will be a little bit of a factor this afternoon. You never know, by the way, the wind is reacting to the flags up above the stadium. Sometimes it does just the opposite because it does swirl in here. Final game of this series with the New York Mets. The Phillies lead in National League East is 8 games over St. Louis. And Kurt Schilling doing the pitching for the Phils against Eric Hillman. Dallas Green's New York lineup this afternoon. We'll have Ryan Thompson, center fielder, leading off. Todd Hundley will catch and bat second. Eddie Murray, the first baseman, hitting third. Bobby Bonilla, the third baseman, bats fourth. Joe Orsulak will be in left field hitting fifth. Jeremy Burnitz, the right fielder, bats sixth. Jeff McKnight at second base hitting seventh. Kevin Baez at shortstop bats eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Eric Hillman. They're facing Kurt Schilling.
Schilling, 10 wins, 6 losses, 4.13 ERA. Had a slump there around the All-Star break, but he seems to have come out of it in pretty good shape.
Defensively behind Kurt, it'll be Kim Baptiste at third base, Kevin Stocker at shortstop, Mariano Duncan at second, and John Kruk at first. Aaron Dalton does the catching. In the outfield, Pete Incaviglia in left, Lenny Dykstra in center, and Wes Chamberlain in right. The umpires for this afternoon's game: Phil Cuzzy calls the balls and strikes. Brian Gorman at first, Steve Ripley at second, and crew chief Jerry Crawford will umpire at third. Kurt Schilling lifetime, as we mentioned, 6-1 against New York with a career ERA of 2.01 against the Mets. Send our very best to Willard Bisbing. Will Bisbing, the great Biz, gate supervisor with the Phillies since 1951. He's in Cooper Hospital Medical Center at Camden, New Jersey. And Biz, our thoughts and prayers are with you. All of our best from us and from all the gang in the press room, Mary Ellen and crew, and everybody here at the ballpark.
Here we have an illustrious group of people here today. 19 Medal of Honor winners at the ball game today in one of the super boxes from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
Wow. Ryan Thompson will lead it off. He's hitting at .235. First pitch of the game misses for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. That's low. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Ryan Thompson. Thompson, one of the players that came over in the David Cohn deal from Toronto. Just missing. 3-0.
I don't think there are any strike zone there.
Where was that pitch? This is a rookie umpire, Phil Cuzzy. And here's the 3-0 pitch.
This had to be high. Is that high? Dutch pulled it down, but I don't think he had to pull it down.
Thompson walks on 4 pitches, and it'll bring up Todd Hundley, the switch hitting catcher. He's batting at .211, hitting .286 right-handed, .198 left-handed. One strike to Hundley. Dale Poland, a birthday today. And Brendan Lucan celebrating his first birthday today. It's like Schilling is going to have to operate with a small strike zone today. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kathy Tressel celebrating birthday on this August 15th, and Barbara Davis, one of our longtime fans, a birthday, her 70th.
Got that one over. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hundley. Send along our very best for a speedy recovery to Andrew Pack, recuperating at University of Pennsylvania Hospital. 1-2 the count to Todd Hundley. That's low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schilling 10-6 overall, 4.13 ERA. He's beaten the Mets twice this year. He beat Pete Shurik 4-2 here at the Vet, and beat Shurik 5-2 at Shea Stadium. He's tied for second in the league in complete games with 6 of them. Doc Gooden leads the league with 7 complete games. Runner going, and it's flicked foul, and it's still 2-2. Pat Keller of East Lansdowne, a birthday, sister of Eddie Downs. And Pee-Pee Pipitone from Collingswood, New Jersey, a birthday.
A belated birthday for Eddie Newton in Mantua, New Jersey, and I mean belated. February. Stephanie Black, a birthday today in Dover, Delaware.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Hundley. Runner going, and it's a base hit to left field. Thompson will hold at second, and the Mets have their first 2 men on base here in the first inning for Eddie Murray.
Well, the Mets are executing some hit and runs in this series. They did it with Charlie O'Brien yesterday to start the game. That was executed perfectly, although I think that would have been a base hit and run or not. The stock of the shortstop covered, but it was right in the hole.
Murray pops a foul out of play. Murray hitting at .276. That's .292 right-handed, .269 left-handed. Two men on base. Nobody out here in the first. Phillies set up a double play death. Murray does lead the league in grounding into double plays, 21 of them. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Anna Verderain in Philadelphia, 103 today.
Wow.
Nice going, Anna.
Driven to deep center field. Dykstra back, makes the grab. Good running catch by the dude. Thompson moves up to third. Murray is out on a deep fly ball to dead center field. 1 down.
Well, Lenny didn't have much room out there as he wound up running over to that 408 foot side and boomed into that padded wall. That saved Schilling a lot of trouble.
Money jamming his wrist a little bit after the catch, but he's all right. Runners at first and third with 1 down for Bobby Bonilla, who's hitting at .257. One ball and no strikes. Archie Ronchetti of Pennsauken, New Jersey, celebrating a birthday, his 91st. Still talks about the 1915 World Series. Great fan of Chuck Klein's and of Whitey Ashburn's in the 50s. Archie Ronchetti.
Arabella Blizzard in Bridgeton, New Jersey is 82 today, and Isabel Laurie in Collegeville, PA, 77.
Bonilla 26 home runs, tied for 4th in the league in that department. Met runners first and third. Gets away from Dalton. He can't find it. Thompson scores. Going to second base is Hundley. It'll be a wild pitch uncorked by Schilling. So the Mets are on the board, leading 1-0.
Ball got down in the dirt, and then Dalton got a piece of it, but he couldn't find it. Bounced off the plate. He doesn't know where it is right now. It didn't roll very far. Had he seen it right away, I don't think the runner could have scored.
2 balls and a strike to Bonilla. Chases a high pitch, 2-2.
Mary Valerio in Clara Bruce community is 97 today.
Beaten foul, 2-2.
Harry Wortell in Philly is 98. This must have been a great day to be born.
Another wild pitch. Hundley will move to third. 2 wild pitches uncorked in the inning by Schilling. So he's having problems with his breaking ball.
That one was really wild. And Schilling, you know, doesn't get that wild.
6 wild pitches this year, 2 of them in this inning.
Bounced off the heel of Dalton's mitt, and like the Phillies will keep their infield back.
Full count to Bonilla. Smash just foul down the first base side. Still 3-2 to Bobby Bonilla. Doris Pasella, an 80th birthday in High Spire, Pennsylvania, from daughter Lil and from us. Ralph Marino, 65. Birthday wishes from grandchildren Danielle and AJ. Base hit past the diving Crockett into right field. Coming in to score is Hundley, and the Mets lead it 2-0. RBI number 70 for Bonilla. So Schilling off to a shaky start, and that'll bring out Johnny Padres, Phillies pitching coach.
Bonilla stunned this ball by Kruk. Low pitch. Went down to get it.
He'll bring on Joe Orsulak. Orsulak hitting at 300. Then a nice platoon in left field with Orsulak and Gallagher. And Orsulak has been a tough out for Schilling in his career. 5 for 7 lifetime, including a home run. One strike to Orsulak. On the outside corner, 2 quick strikes to Orsulak.
Orsulak has bounced around. He's always been a pretty good ball player. Plays outfield mostly. He's a hard-nosed player, decent hitter, has some power.
Orsulak and Schilling were teammates at Baltimore. Hit .289 for the O's last year. Signed by the Mets as a free agent. Struck him out. First strikeout for Schilling. That's out number 2 in the inning, and it will bring on Jeremy Burnitz.
Had some mustard on this fastball. Right out there, a little bit outside, had a little tail on the pitch.
Good fastball, and he threw by Burnitz. Burnitz hitting at .235, was batting .227 in Norfolk with 8 home runs and 44 RBIs. Fouls it back to the screen, 0-2.
Somewhere along the line, Met hitters have been exposed to either Charlie Lau or Walt Reniak, who are hitting coaches, have that style. I think Dalton was
talking
crossed
about
up.
their young hitters?
Well, this kid, Burnitz.
Well, he just came up from Norfolk.
But Reniak was in the major leagues. Charlie Lau passed away a couple of years ago. They have that.
Their batting instructor at the major league level is Tom McCraw. I don't believe he teaches that way of hitting, but we'll have to check and see who their minor league batting instructor is.
Well, Tom McCraw was in the White Sox organization, I think, when Reniak or Charlie Lau was over there.
Runner breaking, it's fouled back.
You see that one-arm swing, and it's the style that they taught. See, they let go of the bat with the backhand. They used to teach Lau and Hriniak, taught you that the backhand made you pull off the ball.
Into shallow left, and that's going to drop for a hit. Incaviglia gets by him. Bonilla scores, and Burnitz is going to circle the bases, and the Mets lead it 4-0. Incaviglia probably should have let that ball just bounce into the stands. It would have been a ground rule double, but he tried to make the play, and instead it got by him. And we'll have to wait and see how they score it. But New York leads 4-0.
Well, he backed off and tried to get the bounce. It bounced off his glove against the stands there, as you can see.
I think that would have bounced into the stands for a ground rule double, which puts runners at second and third. Instead, both of them score. Well, I don't know, and that might have stayed in play.
That was just a fluke.
Well, all of a sudden you look up and 4 runs are across, and the batter is Jeff McKnight, who fouls it down the left field side. How'd they score that?
I think they scored it a double and an error. Hits the end of his Pete's mitt.
I guess that would have stayed in play, Whitey. I guess it wouldn't have jumped in the stands.
He was there with the fans, the fence, the ball girl.
Double, no RBI, evidently. And both runs score on the air on Incaviglia. McKnight is out on strikes, but the Mets score 4 in the inning. They do so on 3 hits, 1 error, a couple of wild pitches, and nobody left. Ugly half inning after 1/2, 4-0 New York.
Introducing a Honda rarity. Well, it's more of an unusual occurrence. Actually, it's never happened like this before. Definitely out of the ordinary. As a matter of fact, we've never uttered these words before. And though it's our first, at these prices, they're not gonna last.
When my doctor said to start exercising, I knew I wasn't 25 anymore. That's when I called Bill, my nationwide insurance agent.
Jim had some questions, so we did a nationwide care review. We talked about his financial plan, life insurance, disability coverage, even retirement.
And we covered everything.
It turns out Jim was okay just the way he was.
Insurance-wise, right?
Oh, right.
The care review from Nationwide, because things change.
Nationwide is on your side.
It's the last business person special of the year. Wednesday, August 25th at 12:35. The Phillies play the Rockies, and all fans get a handsome poster featuring all the Phillies pitchers' compliments of Mellon PSFS. Call 463-1000 now.
Jim Fragosi's lineup this afternoon. Lenny Dykstra center field leads off. Mariano Duncan second base bats second. John Kruk first base hitting third. Pete Incaviglia left field bats fourth. Aaron Dalton catching hitting fifth. Wes Chamberlain right fielder bats sixth. Kim Baptiste at third base, hitting 7th. Kevin Stocker, the shortstop, bats 8th. And Kurt Schilling pitching, hitting 9th. They are facing the tall left-hander, Eric Hillman.
Yeah, he's 6'10". You can see his strikeouts and his walks there. He doesn't walk many, he doesn't strike out many, he doesn't throw that hard. Mets say he's pitched better than that 1-6 record indicates.
Defensively behind Hillman, Bobby Bonilla at third, Kevin Baez shortstop, Jeff McKnight at second, Eddie Murray at first, Todd Hundley catching, Joe Orsulak, Ryan Thompson, and Jeremy Burnitz in the outfield from left to right. Lenny Dykstra leads it off, dropped below the 300 mark for the first time in a while. He's hitting at 299. Phillies playing catch-up baseball, trailing 4-0.
Well, if you're going to spot them 4 runs, I guess it's better to do it early in the game. Did it in the first inning.
Line shot. Baez takes a hit away from Dykstra with a nice diving grab.
It might be one of those days. Lenny hit that ball right on the button. Slider that Baez played him right.
In the original lineup at shortstop was Tim Bogar, who had that fantastic night last night. 2 doubles, 2 homers, including an inside the Parker. But Bogar jammed his wrist with his head-first slide on the inside the park home run and had to be scratched. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mariano Duncan, who's hitting at 282. Duncan's homered off Hillman this year. Hillman's pitched 1 game out of the bullpen, and he's had 1 start against the Phillies. No lifetime decisions. Ground ball to Bonilla at third. And Duncan is retired, 2 down. I'll bring up John Kruk. Krucker hitting .335, tied for 4th in the league in hitting. 2nd in the league in on-base percentage, 4th in runs scored, and 4th in walks. Belated birthday wishes to Chris Culp in Green Lake, Pennsylvania. From Shannon and from us. 1 strike to Krucker. Kruk not happy with that call, and he finds himself in the hole, 0-2. Ground ball to the second baseman, McKnight. Kruk retired, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hillman. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the second. It's 4-0 New York.
From 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to right here in Pennsylvania, people are searching for new choices in health care.
The costs are strangling me.
Which inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new personal choice.
It seems like you always have to give something up.
A health plan that gives people the benefits of an HMO.
No one has the right to tell me what doctor I can see.
Without asking them to give up their freedom. Personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Go to the shopping center 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Belle Atlantic Company.
Now, reports of the legendary two-footed object have been growing.
Anything? Nothing.
Must be big. Even Chet's seen it.
We're getting something.
Coming over the hill, Sarge.
Hit the light, boy.
Bigfoot Pizza, the legendary value from Pizza Hut, with 2 square feet and a tasty new crust you can't get anywhere else, all for $10.99.
Okay, folks, let's break it up.
Bigfoot Pizza, the biggest pizza you can get delivered.
After 1 inning of play, it's the Mets 4 and the Phils nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include Tuesday and Wednesday night's games from Mile High Stadium in Denver. Tuesday's game can be seen right here on PHL 17. Wednesday night's game will be on Sports Channel. Starting times for both games, 9 o'clock. Kevin Baez, the shortstop, will lead it off. He's hitting at .258. In the air to left field. Incaviglia to his left. Makes the grab in front of the warning track. 1 out on 1 pitch. It'll bring on Eric Hillman. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Hillman's batting at .200. It's the ball on the ground to Duncan. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Ryan Thompson will take a pitch here. Will not allow Schilling to get away with a 3-pitch inning.
He should take a pitch, you mean?
Bet he does.
I bet he's never heard of that 3-pitch inning.
Thompson walked and scored a run his first time up.
Some of the old customs and rules of baseball are like the dinosaur.
Anna Capiella celebrating her birthday today from Northeast Philadelphia. Celebrating right here at Veterans Stadium along with 50-some thousand others. Great crowd on hand here. In the gap in right center field. 1 hop and over the fence for a ground rule double. So Thompson at second base with 2 outs for Todd Hundley, who singled to left his first time up.
He did take 1 pitch. That double will give his pitcher a little rest. Hit a pretty good pitch, too. A slider down and away. Right in the gap. 1 big AstroTurf hop.
Hit number 4 given up by Schilling, and the batter is Hundley. One ball and no strikes. Nobody paying much attention to Thompson, who's getting a big lead at second base. Schilling steps off to keep him close. Off the end of his bat foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside, 2-1. Chase the low and in slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Todd Hundley. Hundley went into the season as the Mets' #1 catcher. He's been kind of platooning, even though he's a switch hitter with Charlie O'Brien. Dad Randy, one of the great catchers. Todd's called out on strikes, and that will retire the side. The 3rd strikeout for Schilling. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 2nd, 4-0 New York.
Lenny Dykstra and the Phillies get a Rocky Mountain high when they head into hitter-friendly Mile High Stadium to battle the Colorado Rockies Tuesday on PHL 17. The Rockies are rapidly creating a reputation for themselves with their gritty play. But Darren Dalton and the Fighting Phils are going to go blasting through these Rockies. It's the Phillies and the Rockies Tuesday night at 9 and again Thursday at 5, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
Phils Rockies Tuesday at 9.
AT&T.
AT&T, without a doubt.
If price were no object, which long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
AT&T.
For a few pennies a call, AT&T.
Wouldn't you?
Come on. People said they'd choose AT&T 7-to-1 over anyone if price were no object. And now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed in writing when your business spends over $200 a month with
AT&T. AT&T, period.
Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
Ford dealers know some problems can't be diagnosed in the shop, so they have a unique traveling companion, the Portable Vehicle Analyzer. It records engine data in ways no human eyes and ears can. Then it tells us what's wrong, so it can be serviced right the first time. Quality Care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
It's a really good-looking baseball jacket, free for kids 14 and under. Compliments of Acme and Kraft when the Phillies play the Reds Sunday, August 29th at 1:35. They'll make a racket to get this jacket. Call 463-1000.
Well, Wednesday, August 25th at 12:35, our final business person special of the year against Colorado, featuring all fans get a terrific Pride of the Phillies poster featuring the Phil's pitching staff. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Last chance to see the Rockies at the Vet. Last business person special of the year, Wednesday, August 25th at 12:35. For tickets, call 463-1000. Lauren, Allison left the Twins. Wife Cindy. Of our AD Steve here at the ballpark today. 1 ball and no strikes to Pete Incaviglia. Two and nothing. Inky hitting at .260, 20 homers. He's knocked in 70. Beats the ball foul, 2-1. Fouls that one back and out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes to Incaviglia. That's lead 4-0 here in the second. Nice grab by the tall Hillman. Incaviglia's out. Hillman is the tallest pitcher in the National League. He and Randy Johnson, the tallest pitchers in the majors, at 6'10".
That reach helped him on that one. Might have gone through. Baez, the shortstop, was playing Incaviglia way over in the hole.
1 strike to Darren Dalton, who's hitting at .256. Dutch still tied for the league lead in RBIs with 87. Both he and Barry Bonds have been sitting on 87 for a few ball games. Dutch is second in the league in walks, tied with Bonds with 93. 5th in on-base percentage, 10th in slugging percentage. Two and 1. 3-1. Full count to Darren Dalton.
Hillman throws that slider no matter what the count is, and it looks like a pretty good pitch. He controls it.
Dalton goes down swinging. First strikeout for Hillman. 2 down here in the second. It'll bring up Wes Chamberlain.
That was a fastball. Good pitch to hit right down the middle.
Chamberlain batting .288. 2 for 3 against Hillman this year, including a home run. Mets lead 4-0. We're in the bottom of the second. One strike to Chamberlain. Phillies are tied for the league lead in team homers, 122. With Atlanta. Atlanta's been bombing a lot of home runs in their series at Cincinnati. Speaking of homers, Joe Carter's just hit one for Toronto, and the Blue Jays lead Boston 4-0 in the third. Even foul down the left field side. He balls in 2 strikes to Wes Chamberlain. Hillman at Norfolk this year was 6-2, had good numbers at the AAA level. 2.21 ERA for the Tides. Check swing foul. Still 2-2 to Chamberlain. Hillman's 27 years of age. From Homewood, Flossmoor, Illinois. 17th round draft pick. Sends a high foul down the left field side, way out of play. Still 2-2.
Nice catch. Way out there in the 300 level.
Struck him out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Hillman. No runs, hits, errors, none left after 2. 4-0 New York.
Come see castles and knights. Explore legends, be bold. Conquer dragons, cross countries, hear tales being told. Adventures waiting, there's no time to waste. Come see, come conquer, there's only one place. Loris Gardens, the nearby faraway place. Loris Gardens, Williamsburg, come see, conquer.
The Phillies will be loaded for bear when they play Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, September 6th at 7:05. And Tuesday through Thursday, September 7th, 8th, and 9th, all at 7:35. Then they'll try to send the Astros into space Friday, September 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And Sunday the 12th at 1:35 when kids 14 and under get a free backpack. Call 463-1000.
Ford dealers know some problems can't be diagnosed in the shop, so they have a unique traveling companion, the Portable Vehicle Analyzer. It records engine data in ways no human eyes and ears can. Then it tells us what's wrong, so it can be serviced right the first time. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Lou Ferrigno in the ultimate grudge match of good versus evil. Sinbad of the Seven Seas.
Today at 4 on PHL 17. You're watching Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17. Our trivia question of the afternoon brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place for that one-of-a-kind taste. 1-0 to Eddie Murray. In 1964, the Yankees' Bobby Richardson set a World Series record, which still stands, by getting 13 hits in the series. Richardson, although he had the most hits, was not the leading hitter as far as batting average in that series. Can you name the player who was the leading hitter, batting average-wise, in the 64 World Series? It was the Yankees versus the Cardinals. Yeah. 1-1 to Murray, who flied to deep center his first time up. Pops a foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's the lead, 4-0. We're in the 3rd inning. Bouncing ball to John Kruk. Kruk will make the play himself. Murray is retired. 1 down here in the 3rd. It'll bring up Bobby Bonilla, who singled his first time up. Phillies after this game will be on the road to Colorado and Houston, returning here next Monday night, a week from tomorrow night, against Colorado. Back and out of play. 1-1 the count to Bonilla. Another one out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Bonilla seems to be having trouble with the pitches that are up, and that's because of that left wrist, I suppose. The pitches that are down, he's getting some pretty good swings at.
Just missing a little bit wide. It's 2-2. Him out. That's 4 strikeouts for Schilling. He's among the league leaders in strikeouts. He has 121 of them. On Sunday, August 29, 2 weeks from today, great-looking warm-up jacket for all youngsters 14 and under, a blue pullover with the Phillies logo on the front and back, compliments of Acme and Kraft. Phillies take on Cincinnati that day. Jacket day for all youngsters. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by one of the many local Ticketmaster locations. Joe Orsulak struck out his first time up. 1 ball and 1 strike to Orsulak. Beats that ball foul. 1-2. Just fouled on the third base side. Jerry Crawford making the call after the ball went by him.
Met Jerry Crawford's sister, Pat, here at yesterday's game. Nice young lady.
Papa Shag Crawford, one of the best umpires of all time. Jerry's brother, Joey, is a top NBA official. Fouled out of play, 1-2. Balls and 2 strikes to Orsolak. Fan wrote in and wondered how many baseballs are used during the course of a game. Usually around 8 dozen. Yep. Orsolak called out on strikes. 5 strikeouts for Schilling. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the third. It's 4-0 New York.
Imagine a hot Dodge Shadow with all kinds of equipment for under $10,100. Now that's a pretty picture. So drop into the 93 model clearance going on now at your nearest Dodge dealer. This Dodge Spirit, America's lowest priced 6-passenger car, even comes with air at no extra charge. Because the lid's coming off great deals during the Dodge 93 model clearance. So see your nearest Dodge dealer today.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
Nobody's going to give us the Nobel Prize for designing a filtering system for Sunoco gasoline. But this filter keeps particles that can find their way into gasoline from finding their way into your engine. We've been told we're a tad obsessive. Tell that to the guy on the side of the road with a clogged fuel line.
And now Sunoco will accept any valid gasoline credit card when you apply for a Sunoco card. And we'll give you a free, dictionary.
Apply for a Sunoco card and you'll never be at a loss for words.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers. It reminds you friends know when to say when. By Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut Delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Kim Baptiste leads it off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the third. He's hitting at .280. Batting .471 against New York pitching this year and .371 lifetime against the Mets. Our trivia question of the afternoon brought to you by Roy Rogers. Baptiste gets the Phillies' first hit. Boy, the Mets have seen enough of Batty. He's now 9 for 18 against New York pitching.
Jumped on that first pitch, hit a little bit off the end of the bat, but pretty good wood on it.
Brings up Kevin Stockruz hitting at .347, batting .417 right-handed.
Jim Fregosi says that Kim Baptiste is the strongest player on the team. That takes in Cavilla and Dalton.
Yeah, really, that's a bold statement. Trivia question brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place for that one-of-a-kind taste. In '64, the Yankees' Bobby Richardson set a World Series record that still stands by collecting 13 hits in the series. He was not the leading hitter in that series as far as average, though. Can you name the player who was the leading hitter in that '64 series based on more than 20 at-bats?
How about Lou Brock?
Good guess. Incorrect, however. It was a run on Redbird. It was a Cardinal.
Wouldn't be that McCarver, would it?
That's exactly right.
Tim McCarver.
Timmy McCarver hit .478 that series with 5 runs batted in. The '64 series. Bobby Richardson with his 13 hits hit .406. Not surprising when you got that picture of Timmy on camera that he was talking. He's wonderful. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kevin Stocker. Slider just missed inside. It's 2-2. Kim Baptiste at first and nobody out here in the third. Phillies trail 4-0. Hillman with the toss to first base. Baptiste is not going to go anywhere. And Stocker beats a foul. It's still 2-2.
Nice brownies sent up here by Nancy and Michelle.
Two the count to Stocker. Phillies go to Colorado Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games. Ben Rivera against Armando Reynoso on Tuesday. Back through the middle. That's a base hit. And the Phillies have their first 2 men on base here in the third for Curt Schilling. Schill will try to move him up with a bunt.
Nice hitting there by Kevin Stocker. Took that slider or curve. That was a curve there, I guess. A little more break to it. Just out of the reach of Hillman.
Schill has laid down 8 sacrifices. He'll try to make it number 9 here. And Bobby Bonilla is going to come in and relay whatever play the Mets are going to have to Eric Hillman and to Eddie Murray.
Schilling, talking to Boa, probably wants to know if he has the permission to try the slug bunt. Schilling kind of likes to do that. Fake the bunt and then take a hack at it.
Depends on how the Mets are charging and whether they might or might not have the rotation play on. With a 4-0 lead, the Mets probably will play straight up ball. Keep Bonilla home at third base. They do, and Schilling misses the bunt try, and now they have Baptiste trapped between second and third. And that pitch did not work well for the Phillies at all. Baptiste got way too far off second. A base running blunder for Kim, and he is thrown out. Hundley to Baez to Bonilla, and thrown out easily.
Yeah, you wonder why he got caught so far off. Of course, Schilling bunted through the ball, and sometimes that deceives the runner, but you can't go until the ball is bunted.
So Stocker at second base with 1 out. Schilling might be swinging the bat here. Hitting 176, he does, and tops it just foul. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 to Kurt Schilling.
Cardinals in Montreal scoreless after 4 innings, playing up in Canada.
One ball and 2 strikes to Kurt Schilling. Slider missed a little bit inside. 2-2. Schilling's kind of a late swinger. Burnett's the right fielder, is well off the line and right. They really play him shallow in the outfield too. Ground ball hit to Eddie Murray. Stocker will move up to third. Schilling's retired for out number 2 in the inning. And it'll bring on Lenny Dykstra, who was robbed of a hit on a great catch by Kevin Baez, the shortstop, his first time up. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. That's the lead at 4-0. We're in the bottom of the 3rd.
Not a hit in this series for Lenny. 0 for 9. He usually hits very well against his ex-team. I bet he's a little frustrated, especially after that first at-bat.
Just missing with the breaking ball. It's 2-1. Three balls and a strike. Another breaking ball. Mariano Duncan waits on deck.
Keeps throwing that slider almost every pitch. And why not? He's had some success with it.
Fastball, but in a good spot outside corner at the knees. It's a full count to Lenny Dykstra. Kevin Stocker at third base with 2 down here in the 3rd. Gave him a 3-2 breaking ball and missed with it. Dykstra walks for the 96th time. The league leader in walks, and the Phillies have runners at first and third. 2 outs for Mariano Duncan. Duncan grounded out to third base his first time up. Lifetime against Hillman, 3 for 8, including a home run. In the hole, a base hit to left field. Stocker scores, and the Phillies are on the board. It is now a 4-1 ball game. Dunk knocks in his 50th run of the year.
Hit the curveball that was down. Right in that hole between third and short.
Brings on John Kruk. Krucker grounded out his first time up.
Kruk's a big batter in this particular inning because of Incaviglia, who's coming up next. Kruk would like to keep the inning alive.
1 strike to him.
He's trying to hit it out of the ballpark, too. He got a fastball. It was probably a ball up and in, but he had the home run cut.
1 ball and 1 strike. Phils still haven't been shut out this year. It's 134 straight games in which the Phillies have not been shut out. They're homing in on some records. The National League record is 150. American League records out of sight for a while. 308 by the Yankees of the early 30s. Chops the ball down the first base side. Didn't get him. Truck legs it out for an infield single. And the Phillies have the bases loaded with 2 outs for the 8th man.
Well, they got the guy up there they wanted to get at home plate. Pete Incaviglia. Kruk really hustled on this play. It was very close, and he did beat it by about a half a step.
So the bases are loaded for Incaviglia, who grounded back to the mound his first time up. Inkman looking for his first hit against Hillman. He's 0 for 5 lifetime against this left-hander. One ball and no strikes. Line drive. Oh, what a BB right at Kevin Baez. Incaviglia could not hit it harder, but right at Baez, and that will retire the side. Phil's got 1 out of it on 4 hits, no errors, 3 men left. Andy Musser and Chris Wheeler join you in the 4th at the end of 3, 4-1 New York.
Dedication and a real sense of pride, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud, Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
While some travel the path of luxury, others search for the road of fiscal responsibility. However, for a limited time, there is an alternate route, one that offers the best of both. The Mitsubishi Diamante ES lease, just $299 a month with no money down. So lease a Diamante from Mitsubishi.
Take the direct route to your 3-state Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
Now let's go to the Skywatch traffic counter for a look at the rush hour. Boy, you've got quite a mess out there this morning, folks. People merging on the northbound, causing all kinds of problems. Expect major delays. Inbound looking real slow. We got a stalled vehicle in the right-hand lane, backing things up all the way past the interchange. Westbound real heavy this morning. Watch for a delivery truck blocking both north and southbound lanes.
If the prospect of another rush hour is less than amusing to you, get together to get to work.
Pandemonium, a weirdly wonderful way to enjoy the Phillies and the Inquirer. Look in tomorrow's Inquirer for all the details to enjoy these wonderful games, plus all of the Inquirer's special updated sports reporting on the Phillies. Well, here's a ball game where luck has not exactly been going Phillies' way. In fact, the Mets have had all the better of it so far. It's a good thing the Phillies have a long way to go in this one, and they are on the board now with a run, but Baez has made a couple of great plays at shortstop. And that ball bouncing away from Incaviglia in left field was certainly a bad break for the Phillies. Burnitz pops a foul out of play. He doubled his first time up and scored in the first inning.
And the Phillies have only themselves to blame for that base running mistake last inning, or it could have really been a big inning.
That's right. 1 strike to count on Burnitz. Good-looking young outfielder for the Mets. He taps one off the plate towards second. Duncan ready for the Sunday hop. We've seen that here at the Vet so often this year. when it's a hot afternoon, especially the day games, the ball bounces higher off the turf than it does at other times. Second baseman Jeff McKnight struck out first time up there. McKnight normally used as a pinch hitter by New York, and he's a good pinch hitter. He has a dozen pinch hits this year, 12 for 43. Will Schilling certainly has settled down since the first inning.
Phillies really needed him to settle down after that first inning to give him a chance to get back in it, and they came very close to hitting the Mets with a big inning. If Baez doesn't catch that ball, as hard as it's hit, it's in the alley and the game's tied. I mean, there's no way an outfielder could have cut that ball off as hard as it was hit.
Baez has done that twice. Rob Dykstra earlier in the game. Low and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes on McKnight. Baez to follow.
Key to that inning for the Phillies was Dykstra waiting out the walk, because his at bat didn't represent that much. If he singles there, he was trying to get on and maybe them get a big inning, and he almost accomplished that.
That's out of play. Remains 1 and 2 on McKnight, who doesn't play in the field all that much. Mets have had several different second basemen in this series. They played Kent there on Friday night. And they played Bogar there last night. What a night he had. And now today it's McKnight's turn at second. Back through the middle. It hits Schilling on the leg. Karams to third. Barehanded Batiste. Got him. That'll be a 1-5-3 play, and we hope that Schilling's okay.
Did he look like he kicked his foot out to try and do that? That sounded like it hit his foot.
So much the better if it did.
Because it was headed up the middle.
Let's
see if
see
we
it.
can tell. Yeah, he put his heel. He just kicked his foot out and went right off his shoe. So luckily it didn't hit him on the bone or the leg or anything like that. It went right off his foot. And then Kruk had a little bit of trouble with that throw, but handles it.
Baez, the hitter, takes a called strike. He flied out to left field, his first at bat. He has been the man at shortstop today. Of course, he made an error here on Friday night that set it all up for Batiste's grand slam home run. Kruk in foul territory, and 1-2-3 go the Mets. New York leads 4-1.
A time of war.
In all the old familiar places, that's my heart and my
A time of love.
embraces all day
A time to remember. Vanessa Redgrave, William Devane, Lisa Eichhorn, and Richard Gere star in Yanks. Monday at 8 on PHL 17.
Dear Midas customers, introducing the Midas $20 now, $20 later sale. Come to Midas now and you'll get $20 off your purchase. Whether it's for brakes, shocks and struts, or mufflers, that's $20 off. And because you never know when something else might go wrong, Midas will also give you $20 off your next visit. The Midas $20 now, $20 later sale. That's the Midas way, the way it should be.
AT&T.
AT&T, without a doubt. If price were no object, which long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
AT&T.
For a few pennies a call, AT&T.
Wouldn't you?
Come on.
People said they'd choose AT&T 7-to-1 over anyone if price were no object. And now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed in writing when your business spends over $200 a month with
AT&T.
AT&T, period. Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break in the American League this afternoon. Rain delay has started the ball game at Comiskey Park between the Royals and the White Sox. Detroit trails Milwaukee 1-0 in the second. Texas out in front of Cleveland 3-0 in the fourth. No score between Baltimore and New York in the third. Joe Carter 2-run home run, his 22nd of the year. Toronto out in front big of Boston 6-1 in the fourth. Oakland and Seattle starts are later on this afternoon. Joe McGrain has been let go by the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals Expos no score in the fifth inning in their one. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 4-1 Mets.
All right, Neil, and that's a shocker to hear about McGrain. That just got Wheels and me looking at each other here. I wonder what the story behind that one is.
Well, he's been pitching terribly for about 6 weeks after going really well for them for a long time.
Dalton with a very high fly ball to right field, not that deep. Burnitz will wait a while. One pitch gets Dalton here in the fourth. The Mets lead it 4-1.
McGrain came out of the bullpen the other night and wound up the losing pitcher in that game on Friday night. So I guess they're not starting him. They can't relieve him. So as Neil just said, they got rid of him. I guess they must have released him.
Chamberlain the batter. West struck out first time up there today. Chamberlain has hit safely in 9 of the last 11 with an average over 400 during that span. West certainly has his most productive games when there's a left-hander on the mound, as there is today for New York. Hillman 6'10". He and Randy Johnson are the tallest pitchers ever in Major League history. But they are not the same type of pitcher. Johnson, of course, is a hard baller, and Hillman more likely to throw that sinking fastball of his. And Tim McCarver was talking about him this morning, Will, suggesting that a guy as tall as Hillman is does not necessarily get helped by his height throwing a sinker. Difficult to throw it.
Yeah, well, a sinker baller, a lot of times they're short guys because they use that little 3/4 or you know, a little cut motion and sink the ball that way, whereas a guy that tall, he'd be better served by using his leverage to throw harder if he could, and I'm sure he would like to.
Yeah, that's the way Johnson gets by, throwing a rising fast. Look out inside on West. 2-1.
I'd like to send best wishes along to our good friend Jack Lockridge, just over some surgery, and to Barb Richard at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital. Has to spend some time there, and I hope Barb's feeling better real soon. Get her out of there and enjoy the ball game.
Base is empty, 1 out. Phillies hitting in the fourth. Bouncing ball for short, cut off by Bonilla. Always the third baseman's option to cut off any ball he can. Bonilla did. That's the 2nd out.
Yeah, third baseman, especially when they're deep like this, it should range as far as possible because it's an easier play for him. Bonilla took his time that time and didn't, you know, Bonilla, when he played third with the Pirates, used to throw everything hard over to first. And he tried that a few times last night. He took his time then on a slow runner and made a good throw.
When the Phils return, the Rockies will be here to greet them on Monday, August 23rd, a 3-game series, including the final business person special of the year. Then the Reds are in for the weekend starting Friday the 27th. 3 games including Jacket Day on Sunday the 29th. Call 463-1000 for your tickets. Batiste chases a pitch high. It's 0-2 on Kim, who singled his first time up. Birthday greetings to Tony DeMio, 80 years of age, celebrating today. Happy birthday, Tony. Hero of Friday's game with a grand slam home run. First at bat since July 28th. It's amazing the amount of at bats, though, that he has had against the Mets.
Yeah, look what he's done in this series, and as Andy said, he's had a lot of numbers against the Mets this year because Hollins was hurt.
Called out on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Hillman, and after 4 innings today, 4-1 New York.
To win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5 lump sum jackpot, just match 5 of 39 numbers. Any 5 numbers you're attached to. Cash 5. All the cash, all at once. When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, we'll give you all the cash all at once. In one lump sum. All you have to do is pick it up. Cash 5. All the cash, all at once.
It was for immigrants and their children and their dreams. It was for families, for new beginnings. And today, there's still just one reason why we always do our best. It's for you. Mellon PSFS.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your Proud to be your bud.
Here's how they scored. The Mets with a 4-run first inning. Ryan Thompson scoring on a wild pitch. Bobby Bonilla knocking in a run. And then the double to left by Burnitz had hit the railing out there, kicked away from Pete Incaviglia. 2 more scored.
Hillman's at the plate. Mets pitcher pops a foul. It's foul down the third base side, and it's out of play. Hillman, by the way, has a 4-game hitting streak. He was out in his first at bat today, grounding to second, but he is actually 4 for his last 10 at the plate. The big guy presents quite a strike zone up there. Should never walk this guy.
He has a little power and he can run. You know, watching Hillman, he's a decent athlete. But, you know, he's a guy who should get out. Didn't have power. I mean, he can run a little bit.
Yeah, standing right up on the plate. He takes a second strike. It's 0-2 on Hillman. Hitting 192 for the year. My goodness, Montreal has come up with 5 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They are leading the Cardinals 5-0 now. Just lays his bat on it, but it goes as a line drive to Stocker. A little humpback liner off a half a swing by the big guy Hillman. 1 out. Back to the top of the order now. Ryan Thompson will hit. He has not been retired today. Ryan has walked and doubled, scoring 1 run.
That was Rene Arocha pitching that game today for the Cardinals. They had shut the Expos out last night behind that fine young left-hander Watson.
Ground ball. Didn't get his arms out. It's hit weakly to Stocker. Makes the play on Thompson, who can run a little bit. And there were 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, Schilling had a weird first inning, and you know, that crazy play when the ball hit the railing and then kicked away from Incaviglia. Since that time, he got a strikeout to end the inning, and he's really mowed the Mets down, with the exception of Thompson's double to right center. So he is back to pitching well. Now the Phillies have to try and solve Hillman and get back in this game. They trail it by 3.
Needs to get Hundley to complete the 5th inning here. Todd today has singled and struck out, scoring a run. The hit column is all even, each side with 4, but the Mets still lead by 3 runs. Neither team has really played well defensively in this series at all.
Say hello to Gary Lewis, big John Kruk fan in the Fair Acres Nursing Facility, and Larry Anderson would like to send best wishes along to Officer John Marinowitz. Get well real soon. He went and visited Officer Marinowitz yesterday. He was wounded a while ago in the line of duty, Philadelphia police officer, and Larry just wanted to send his best along to him today.
Pop-up may be playable. Kruk is coming over, checking the territory. No room. Now 3 rows back, and Hundley is still alive on a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Next Sunday at this time, the Phillies will be completing a road trip. They'll play the weekend in Houston and be back to meet the Rockies a week from tomorrow.
See how Schilling has settled down by retiring the last 9 hitters he's faced.
In the dirt, and he's out. That's a strikeout. Number 6 for Schilling. And for the 3rd inning in a row, the Mets go in order. We go to the bottom half, 4-1 New York.
This Dodge Dakota Sport comes with the Magnum V6, automatic, rear anti-lock brakes, and a price under $11,500. Cutting your choice of trucks down to 1. Dodge. So don't miss the '93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer.
Now save up to $13.57 on Dodge Caravans, including air conditioning at no extra charge. So cut yourself in for great savings at the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
You got all your bad boys, they fight and they curse. But Mr. Goody Two-Shoes will whip you worse. But Mr. Two-Shoes, he got some new shoes. The wildest, the reddest, brownest shoes in all the universe. He might be nice, sweet, good and kind, but he'll put his Converse shoes on and tie your checks on your behind.
Nice shoes, KJ. See you later, okay?
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud. Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your nationwide agent in Conshohocken is Gordon Freeze. And by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. The Bell Atlantic Company. Andy Musser with Chris Wheeler as we move to the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Mets are holding a 4-1 lead. The Phillies have lost only one series at home all year. That to the San Francisco Giants. Stocker leads off. Warm day here at the ballpark. Probably not going to rain, but the Bumbershoot is protection from the sun today. And here's Stocker 1 for 1, a single. And he has scored the lone Phillies run. Stocker at .354 in this series, 4 hits and 8 at-bats.
Stocker had a nice at bat his last time up, ran a deep count and got a base hit.
It's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. He'll be followed by the pitcher Schilling and then Dykstra.
For a young player, Kevin does a very good job of working the count. He's not afraid to get behind in the count.
And you know, in the minor leagues, Wheels, he was not a number 8 hitter, so this is something he's just learning. He was hitting primarily in the 2 spot in the batting order. That was just foul. So it takes a whole new mindset, and he's picked it up fairly fast.
And when you know him, you can understand why, because he adjusts very well to all phases of this game. He's a very intelligent player. And as the coaches were saying about him in spring training, he listens. You know, a lot of young players come up and they know everything right away. And Stocker, he makes a mistake, he asks questions, and he tries not to do it again.
Bunts. It's a beauty. That's going to be a hit. Bunt single for Kevin Stocker. It was a beauty.
Yeah, I mean, how many times do you have to talk about this guy? How many things he does well? There's another one. Situation. He has to try and get on base. He's ahead in the count, and he gets a strike, and he bunts. Perfect bunt down the third baseline. It's not that easy to keep balls fair on this field. You got to bunt it out there a little bit because they'll roll foul. That one had no chance to roll foul. About this point, they know it.
They're just kind of following it. So that gets Schilling up there in a sacrifice situation, which he was earlier today, unable to do it at that point, though. He has 8 sacrifice bunts. Here's a good sacrifice. Murray will take the out to first with McKnight covering, and Schilling has done his job. Stocker takes second on the sacrifice bunt.
That's what the Phillies have to do, is chip away here.
Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL-TV, Philadelphia.
Veterans Stadium, and the Phillies trail the Mets 4-1, bottom of the 5th. Top of the order, Dykstra. Lenny has lined to short and walked. Lenny has not scored a run in this series. He didn't have a hit in the series as yet either. He's 0 for his last 11. Normally he has good success against his former team, the Mets. High bouncer on the right side. Murray started to go after it, but recovers in time, being the veteran first sacker that he is. Stocker takes third on the ground out.
Dykstra was thinking he could really jerk a ball that time off Hillman on the first pitch, and he wound up topping it. Murray started to wander and then threw on the brakes just in time, or it would have been a tougher play with the pitcher covering. He still has to lead him just a little, and a very close play at first on Dykstra.
Next up, Mariano Duncan with a runner at third and 2 outs. Dunk has singled in the only run for the Phillies today. Did it last time. See how he makes out here. Hillman starts him with a curve and gets it over. Duncan has homered off Hillman this year. He is 3 for 7 off him. Inside, 1-1. Broken back, ground ball to Bonilla. He has to concentrate. He does so and makes the play. No runs, a hit, 1 left after 5, 4-1 Mets.
This is your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud.
The Cadillac Eldorado has the performance answers to make driving enjoyable. A 200 horsepower V8, an electronically controlled transmission, and a speed-sensitive suspension. Eldorado also has the financial answers, because now you can lease a 1993 Eldorado for 24 months for only $469 a month with $21.93 down. And with terms like these, they're sure to go fast.
Now, reports of a legendary two-footed object have been growing.
Anything? Nothing. Must be big. Even Chet's seen it. We're getting something.
Coming over the hill, Sarge.
Head the line, boy. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Pizza, the legendary value from Pizza Hut, with 2 square feet and a tasty new crust you can't get anywhere else, or for $10.99.
Okay, folks, let's break it up.
Bigfoot Pizza, the biggest pizza you can get delivered.
Back at the vet after 5. Mets lead 4-1. Here are the pitchers' numbers. Curt Schilling with the better of it in strikeouts so far. He has 6 of them. And Hillman giving up 1 more hit than Schill has at this point. But the Mets with that 4-1 lead, and big, big, big crowd at the ballpark today. It may be a sellout. Eddie Murray will lead it off for New York. First baseman is 0 for 2 today and 0 for 21 career-wise off Schilling. That's kind of hard to believe because he always faces him as a left-handed batter, so he's got some advantage there. But Schilling has dominated this personal matchup. Ground ball, he got him again. John Kruk comes unassisted. Second time Murray has done that. And you get the big guy on 1 pitch. You're doing something right.
He's gotten him twice by getting out front and hooking the ball to Kruk.
Saturday, October 30th at 12:10, college football. All the color, pageantry, and spirit of a traditional rivalry. The Fighting Irish against the Midshipmen of Navy right here at Veterans Stadium. For your tickets, call 463-1000. Saturday, October 30th. Bonilla has singled and struck out, driving in a run, 2 pitches and 2 outs. That's economy for you.
Well, Schilling threw a lot of pitches in the first inning, and then he had that inning a couple innings ago where he went 2 pitches. That was back in the second inning. He got the first 2 batters on 2 pitches. So he's starting to catch up a little bit. 82 pitches at this point, still quite a bit, but after the first inning when he had 35, he's recovered quite well.
Now he faces Orsulak, and he struck him out twice. Orsulak came into the game, however, 5 for 7, including a homer this year off Schilling. They once played together at Baltimore. Fouls it, strike 1. So 3 pitches and 3 swings.
Thought you weren't supposed to swing at the first pitch after the other 2 guys did.
That's unwritten, Wheels.
At this point of the year with the Mets, Who knows, right?
And that pitch did not look like it was a strike.
Gary Maddox made a point last night when we were on that when you're the Mets and you're a veteran player, you're going for stats right now. There's no team play involved anymore.
And here's a shot down the left field way. It's a base hit, and Incaviglia, nice job to cut it off, holding Orsulak to a single. Inky was on the run in a hurry, knowing he wouldn't get the ball, but wanted to keep it from going to the corner, and he did.
Incaviglia, Orsulak hits a lot of balls the other way, so you anticipate that ball coming to you, did Incaviglia, especially on a pitch away, and he got a good break on it, threw on the brakes, and held Orsulak at first base. Incaviglia has done a very good job defensively, also in left field. That play in the first inning today was just freaky, that it would kick that way and hit the railing and then kick down the line instead of it going in the stands the way it normally does.
The hitter is Burnitz. He was the batter when that play occurred that you were talking about. In the meantime, he grounded out to second, 1 for 2 for Burnitz. He circled the bases on that play, but he got credit for a double.
Yeah, that's a play where also you think a fan's going to reach out and interfere with it and make it a dead ball, but it didn't happen. Been the key hit of the ball game so far.
2 runs scored on that play. They were both unearned. So we've seen men circle the bases here 2 nights in a row, or 2 days in a row, I should say. Last night, of course, it was young Tim Bogar who had an inside the park home run, but as it turns out, that home run kept him out of the lineup today.
When you get down to it, we saw it on Friday too, when Gallagher singled and he wound up scoring when Clark threw the ball away at third. So the Mets have done that 3 times in this series.
Little tapper, it's a foul ball. Still 0-2 on Orsulak, or excuse me, on Burnitz.
Phillies came off a big series with Montreal, and they won that emotional game here on Friday night. And last night and today they have been very, very flat. You know, when you play a team like the Mets, you're supposed to beat them, and it's never quite that cut and dry.
And from here, they will go into Denver to play the Rockies, a team that you're also supposed to beat. And the last time the Phillies were there, they set a National League high by scoring 39 runs in 3 games. No other team has done that this year. The Tigers recently outdid them, though, when Detroit scored 47 runs in 3 consecutive games against Baltimore. But the Phillies have the National League high for the year with those 39 at Colorado. Burnitz strikes out, number 7 for Schilling, and down go the Mets. No runs, a hit, 1 left. It's 4-1 New York.
Some people hate to stop for gasoline. We do it for a living. Just going from one Sunoco station to another. Checking to make sure a gallon is a gallon. That the octane you pay for is the octane you get. So next time you have to get gasoline, think of us. We have to stop 1,183 times this year.
And now Sunoco will accept any valid gasoline credit card when you apply for a Sunoco card. And we'll give you a free, dictionary.
Apply for a Sunoco card and you'll never be at a loss for words.
Now let's go to the Skywatch traffic counter for a look at the rush hour. Boy, you've got quite a mess out there this morning. People merging on the northbound causing all kinds of problems. Expect major delays. Inbound looking real slow. We got a stalled vehicle in the right-hand lane backing things up all the way past the interchange. Westbound real heavy this morning. Watch for a delivery truck blocking both southbound lanes.
If the prospect of another rush hour is less than amusing to you, get together to get to work.
Dear Midas customers, introducing the Midas $20 now, $20 later sale. Come to Midas now and you'll get $20 off your purchase. Whether it's for brakes, shocks and struts, or mufflers. That's $20 off. And because you never know when something else might go wrong, Midas will also give you $20 off your next visit. The Midas $20 now, $20 later sale. That's the Midas way. The way it should be.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. And by your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. The skyline gives way to Veterans Stadium, where the Phillies are trailing by a 4-1 score as they come to the plate here in the 6th inning. And John Kruk has a chop infield single today, 1 for 2. Facing the left-hander Hillman. Curveball for a strike. Big guy like Hillman throwing you a curve has got to make you buckle a little bit.
From the left side, yeah. Kruk got that hit Andy mentioned last time. Then Incaviglia came up and hit one of the hardest line drives you'll ever see right at the shortstop with the bases loaded.
And caught by Baez.
And almost knocked him over. He hit it so hard.
Yeah.
Baez is a star today, wasn't supposed to play. Last night it was Bogart.
Mm-hmm. In the air to left field, but right at Orsulak. Kruk is retired, 1 out in the Phillies' 6th. Hillman done a pretty good job. He's only completed 2 games, one of which was a shutout. Today is his 13th start with 5 appearances as well out of the bullpen. Incaviglia, he's hit the ball hard twice. Actually, the first time up, he hit a sharp one-hopper to the mound that Hillman caught and prevented a single from going up the middle.
Playing Incaviglia, he's a dead pull hitter. Second baseman McKnight way over near second base, and Thompson playing him towards left center.
Winky doesn't hit too many balls on the right side.
Especially off a soft toss and left-hander. There's the defense. You see where the second baseman is. Center fielder way over.
Doing nothing on Incaviglia. And it's outside. Now, Hillman's gotten him out twice, but he remembers the fact that the balls were hard hit, and he's pitching carefully to Incaviglia. Three and 1. Phillies with 5 hits in the ball game. Incaviglia draws a walk. Only the second batter walked by Hillman, who earlier this year set a team record when he went 38 2/3 innings without a walk.
Walks are a big part of the Phillies offense as they lead the league in walks. And the Mets in this series have, they've been doing a pretty good job really not walking batters. Last night only 1, and today 2 so far. But normally the Phillies will produce runs with the help of walks.
495 for the year to lead the league by a wide margin.
Think of that. I mean, they're almost at 500 extra base runners.
Dalton 0 for 2 today. Takes a strike. Darren has struck out and flied to right. He does not think that was a strike.
Well, he might have had a point.
One 1. And they were pretty close. Dalton and Bond still sharing the RBI league lead in RBIs, and neither has had one for a few days now. They're stuck on 87 right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dalton. Hard hit, but scooped up by Murray. Makes the play to the middle, and that's all they get. Veteran first sacker Eddie Murray was tempted to go to the bag, but he knew the correct play was to go to second, and he got the out.
Yeah, he made a good play on that. Incaviglia was frozen a little bit because he had to make sure that the ball was not caught on the line. And then Murray throws the second. Actually, kind of a risky play for him with 1 out and a 3-run lead, but, he made it work.
And Incaviglia prevented any possibility of a return throw to first with his slide. Now here's Chamberlain. He has struck out and grounded to third. West pounds a foul at the plate. Strike 1. West hit that ball off his foot, it looks like. Taking a little extra time getting back in the box. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike on Chamberlain. West hitting at 285.
but hitting much better against left-handed pitching, and that's why this platoon has worked out so well this year with him and Eisenreich.
Out of play, and the other one in left field has been fantastic too. Incaviglia and Thompson. The numbers there, by the way, are truly impressive. 23 homers and 100 RBIs by the left fielders.
And it's not a strict platoon, because Fregosi has had times this year where he's played Chamberlain against a right-hander, or Eisenreich against a left-hander, and Incaviglia against the right-hander. It's a field. It's trying to get them at bats. Jim is very good at using veteran players and keeping them ready to play all the time. He has a very, very good feel for this team and who can play in certain situations, who needs a day off.
Message on the scoreboard. Welcome Scotland Yard's finest, David Montgomery. Must be an inside story there of which we're not informed.
Or another David Montgomery than the famous one.
Well, I never even thought of that.
Yeah, the other one's a celebrity.
I don't know any other David Montgomerys, do you?
Just the executive vice president of the ball club.
Chamberlain went around. That's a strikeout for Hillman, his fourth, and that ends the inning. Harry Callis and Rich Ashburn return in the seventh. It's 4-1 Mets.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
This is your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
It's a really good-looking baseball jacket, free for kids 14 and under. Compliments of Acme and Kraft when the Phillies play the Reds Sunday, August 29th at 1:35. They'll make a racket to get this jacket. Call 463-1000.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Mets 4 and the Phillies 1. Tomorrow at 8, while preparing for a European invasion, an American GI romances a British beauty. Richard Gere stars in Yanks, only on PHL 17. Jeff McKnight leads off for the Mets here in the 7th. McKnight has struck out and grounded out on a ball off the heel of the shoe of Kurt Schilling that carried right to Kim Baptiste. Baptiste making a nice play on it. 1 ball and no strikes to McKnight. Two and nothing. Schilling gave up all 4 runs in the first inning. Since then, through the next 5, he's given up just 2 hits. He has 7 strikeouts today and just 1 walk. That was to the leadoff man. But he's fallen behind McKnight 3-0. Three balls and a strike. Fly ball left field deep, but Incaviglia's back there and makes the catch right at the rim of the warning track. McKnight out, 1 down. That'll bring up Kevin Baez. He's fly to deep left and fouled out to John Kruk.
Greatest contribution Baez made in this game is snagging that Incaviglia laser shot with the bases loaded. It almost spun him around. It was hit so hard.
1 ball and no strikes. Send along our best wishes to Gary Lewis in the Fair Acres Nursing Facility. Phillies fan who loves the Crucker. That falls in left field for a hit for Baez. Hit number 6 for New York. And Eric Hillman will be up there to try to bunt him along. He has 3 sacrifices this year. (4-1) New York here in the 7th inning. Hot afternoon and a big crowd on hand. Took the pitch low, 1-0. Baptiste charging from third and Kruk from first. He gets the bunt down. Schilling takes a look at second, takes the sure out at first. Sacrifice is good. Goes Schilling to Duncan for out number 2, moving Baez to second base. And it brings up Ryan Thompson. He's walked, doubled, and grounded out. Ryan Thompson was hitting .259 at Norfolk before coming up. 12 home runs. One strike to him. Probably Schilling's last inning. He is scheduled to hit third in the bottom half of this inning. Nothing in 2. And that rough first inning, and since then he's really been sharp, but he trails by 3 here in the 7th. Fly ball center field. Lenny Dykstra makes the grab. That will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Stretch time of the vet. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Mets lead the Phils 4-1.
Are you ready?
Wavelength hits the highway. Next stop, San Francisco.
Check it out.
Where we're hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry.
I want to know how much money you make.
I make enough.
And playing a little b-ball with Sacramento's Wayman Tisdale.
You were winning, though. Why you call the game off?
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, let's keep playing.
Wavelength, defining hip TV.
Tomorrow at 5:30 on PHL 17.
For years now, Mr. Krylon Spray Paint's been showing you how to get a professional finish. Well, I've been taking to the cleaners. Well, no more. Krylon's easy. Go play with your tarantula. I'll spray it here, the other leading brand there. Krylon's smooth, no runs, no drips, no errors, and dries to the touch in 12 minutes. 2 hours later, the other brand's tacky. Yeah, Johnny.
Hey,
have a seat. How you doing?
Good. I got to get back to my spray painting.
Don't get any paint on you.
For a fast, smooth, professional finish, get Krylon.
While some travel the path of luxury, others search for the road of fiscal responsibility. However, for a limited time, there is an alternate route, one that offers the best of both. The Mitsubishi Diamante ES lease, just $299 a month with no money down. So lease a Diamante from Mitsubishi.
Take the direct route to your 3-state Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with Blue Cross Blue Shield Health Tip. When is it safe to be in the sun? Exposure to the sun is more dangerous when your shadow is shorter than your height. It is best to avoid the noonday sun. Wearing a hat protects areas of normally high exposure and cancer risk.
Mets scored their 4 runs in the first inning. 2 of those were earned. Schilling has really settled down, retired 16 out of the last 18 batters. Stocker's 2 for 2 today, 5 for 9 in the series, and 5 runs scored in this series. The Phillies are down 4-1 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Kim Baptiste leads it off for the Phils. He has singled and struck out. High fly ball into shallow right field. Burnitz is there. Baptiste is retired, 1 down. That'll bring on Kevin Stocker. He's 2 out of 2, has singled and picked up a bunt single.
Strange thing there in Chicago. The Cubs started their game. They were held up by rain. The White Sox haven't started. They're still being held up by rain. They're both playing in Chicago. The south side must be raining. The north side must be better.
Milt Thompson has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for Curt Schilling. Cardinals placed pitcher Joe McGrain on waivers for the purpose of giving him his unconditional release. They activated Mike Perez.
He was a good pitcher at the start of the season, but he's really been belted around last couple of months. Phillies nailed him here in Veterans Stadium the last time the Cardinals were in town.
David West is up in the Phillies bullpen. 2 balls and 1 strike to Kevin Stocker. Fouls it past Larry Bowa. It's 2-2. Besides the fact that the Phillies have not been shut out this year, have gone 134 games, spanning back to last year without being shut out. Phillies have had only 1 complete game pitched against them. That by the rookie Steve Cook of Pittsburgh. Foul ball. Still 3-2. That Cubs game started with a bang. Sammy Sosa's hit another home run for the Cubs, his 27th, and they lead San Francisco 4-1 in the first inning. That's Bill Swift that's taking that punishment for the Giants. In the air to left center field. Thompson is there and makes the play for out number 2. Congratulations to Bill.
Bill Thompson batting for Schilling.
That's why I gave it to you.
Bill Pisey from WPHL and Anne Marie. Make that Peasy. Bill Peasy from WPHL and Anne Marie. Married today. Milt Thompson lofts a foul, backing out of play. Thompson batting for Curt Schilling, gave up 4 runs, 2 of them earned, leaves the game trailing 4-1 here. Milt hitting a .253 as a pinch hitter, 5 for 18. 2 strikes to him. Hillman's a little high with it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got him with a breaking ball. 5th strikeout for Hillman. Nothing across in the 7th for the Phils. It's 4-1 New York.
do you improve on 92's best baseball cards? You give them the same UV treatment, then add even more gold foil stamping. You dramatically improve the backs and set new standards for limited edition subsets. With more intense action, higher impact design, electrifying graphics, and foil stamping on both sides. 93 Fleer Ultra. Proof you still can't buy a better baseball card.
Okay, panel. How can you recognize the genuine Yellow Pages?
It has a yellow cover.
Good.
This is a Bell of Pennsylvania on the front?
Right.
It has more choices inside.
Yes! That's how you tell the genuine article from mere imitators. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The genuine Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. By AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else, there is the I Plan. And by your local Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now's the time to save big on the best-selling cars and trucks in America during our Ford dealers' model year-end clearance. David West is the Phillies' new pitcher, coming on for Curt Schilling. West appearing in his 55th game. He's among the league leaders in appearances. 4 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 2.85 ERA. Averaging better than a strikeout per inning, 66 in the third innings. He has 70 strikeouts, 34 walks. Todd Hundley will be the first one to face him. He'll bat right here against West. Hundley's 1 out of 3. He has singled and twice struck out. 4-1 Mets lead. We're in the 8th inning. 1-0. Foul down the third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hundley. Good fastball, 1-2. We sent along our very best for a speedy recovery to Gene Duffy in Newcastle, Delaware, watching the ball game today. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hundley. In the air to right center. Dykstra has a beat on it. When he puts it away, that's 1 down here in the 8th. It'll bring on Eddie Murray. Murray probably glad Schilling's out of there. He's 0 for 3 against Schilling today. Lifetime 0 for 22 against Curt Schilling.
First baseman, Eddie Murray.
He'll bat right here against David West. One strike. Breaking ball, hits it on the ground to Stocker. Buck held the bag. Murray's retired. 2 down. It'll bring up Bobby Bonilla.
Good thing Kruk has long toenails, because that's what he needed here. Stretching for that ball.
Footwork probably comes from many hours of ballroom dancing, Whitey.
I don't know. I can't picture Kruk doing the waltz. or ballroom dancing of any kind.
2 balls and no strikes to Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla batting left because of the wrist problem, even though it's a left-hand pitcher. 3-0. West wants a different ball from the plate umpire, Phil Cuzzy. Boy, that one through there. It's 3-1.
Happy birthday to Andy Clements in Ocean City, New Jersey, and we send our get well wishes to his wife Naomi.
Kind of a delayed call by Phil Cuzzy. Bonilla was starting to first base. Bonilla not happy with this call.
Pretty close pitch. I think that was a strike.
Oh, they had the plate.
It was a late call. Cuzzy gave him a late call. Sometimes, you know, hitters think a late call means a indecision.
Speared by Stocker, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-1, New York.
There are lots of ways to have fun at a baseball game besides the game. Now, the games. The Phillies give Colorado a Rocky Mountain Low Monday, August 23rd, and Tuesday, the 24th at 7:35. And Wednesday, the 25th at 12:35 in a business person special. Then Cincinnati turns red Friday, August 27th at 7:35, Saturday, the 28th at 7:05, and Sunday, the 29th at 1:35 when kids get a baseball jacket free. Call 463-1000.
The 93 Pontiac Grand Am. You may never see payments this low again. You may never see a price like this again. Don't miss the savings during the 93 Pontiac closeout.
AT&T.
AT&T, without a doubt. If price were no object, which long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
AT&T. For a few pennies a call, AT&T. Wouldn't you? Come on. People said they'd choose AT&T 7-1 over anyone if price were no object. And now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed in writing when your business spends over $200 a month with AT&T. AT&T, period. Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break in the National League this afternoon. Houston 2-0 out in front of Colorado in the 5th inning. It's 4-1 after a rain delay in Chicago. The Cubs lead Sammy Sosa's 27th home run. 3-3 in the 7th between Florida and Pittsburgh. 5 runs for the Expos in the 5th. It's 5-1 Montreal out in front of St. Louis in the 8th. By the way, St. Louis unconditional release of Joe McGrain today. Back to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies trail.
All right, thanks, Neil. And Lenny Dykstra leads off. He's up in the box as if to bunt and takes a strike. 1 strike to Lenny, who's lined out at a good play by the shortstop Baez. He's walked and grounded out. One ball and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra. Two and 1. Phils have 5 hits. 4 of them came in 1 inning in the 3rd inning. But Kim Baptiste was picked off on when Schilling was trying to bunt the runners along, and that hurt. Phils got just the 1 run in that inning. 2-2 to Dykstra.
58,103.
58,103, the paid attendance here today. 11 crowds of 50 or better this year at Veterans Stadium. It's full count to Dykstra.
There's an interesting graphic. Phillies against the Cards, Braves, and Expos. And the Pirates, Marlins, and Mets. Those are the teams you'd think they'd have a little better luck against. Doesn't always work out that way, obviously.
Spoils the 3-2 pitch. Still 3-2 to Dykstra.
Those Rockies, who had that big losing streak, then put together a winning streak. They swept the Dodgers in 4 games. They're not the pushovers they were a month ago. Of course, the Phillies found out about the Florida Marlins. They're tough.
Dykstra is aboard with a leadoff walk. His 97th walk this year, leads the league. And he can really set the table. It'll bring on Mariano Duncan. He's grounded out, singled and grounded out. He's knocked in the only Phillies run.
You know, to get that walk, Dykstra took 2 pitches. And the second strike made it a 2-2 count. That takes a little moxie to... At least you have to have a lot of confidence in your ability to hit behind the pitcher. He wound up getting the walk. Most of the time, you can't get a batter to take 1 pitch. Then he took 2.
Misses the breaking ball. 1 strike to Duncan. For the first time, the Mets have bullpen activity. They get Anthony Young up in the bullpen. Larry Anderson's up in the Phillies pen. 2 strikes to Duncan.
Made 2 good pitches on Duncan. The last one was a ball, but it was a good fastball, kind of in on Duncan. First pitch was a curveball borderline.
Anderson's joined by Mitch Williams in the Phillies pen. Beats the breaking ball foul into the Met dugout. Still 0-2 to Duncan. Lenny Dykstra back. Struck him out. That's 6 strikeouts for Hillman. 1 down here in the 8th.
This pitch had a little downward bite to it. That slider. Duncan couldn't catch up to it.
Brings on John Kruk. Krucker's grounded out. He has an infield single and he's flied out. Dykstra not going to risk going anywhere. Down 3 runs here. In the air to center. It's deep. It's deep. It's out of here. A tremendous 2-run home run by John Kruk. And the Krucker has brought the Phillies to within 1. It's now 4-3. Number 10 for the Krucker.
Why did the Phillies need that? Gets them down by 1. That'll be all probably for Hillman. I don't think Dallas Green will let him pitch to Pete Incaviglia. struck opposite field. Power.
Oh, he crushed that ball.
And did he ever? See the pitch out away from him, and that ball really carried well up in the bleachers.
Into the first row, and the Phils now are within one. It's 4-3. The batter will be Pete Incaviglia, and Dallas Green making the walk out to the mound. This will be it for Hillman. He'll call on Anthony Young. Eric Hillman leaves the game, having pitched a good ball game. He leaves with a 1-run lead. Pitching change for the Mets. We're in the 8th. It's 4-3 New York. Back after these messages.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most. Their freedom. Personal Choice. The health plan that controls costs, not people.
If you've got a group of 25 or more, we'll give you a great time at a Phillies game. For all the details about a special package for your group at a Phillies game, call 463-5000.
Well, we're in the 8th inning. The Mets now leading the Phils by a run. It's 4-3. Travel arranged through U.S. Air with daily nonstop service to Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, and Seattle. To the West Coast, U.S. Air begins with you. Eric Hillman, the big left-hander, a good job for New York today. He leads with a 1-run lead. Now it's in the hands of Anthony Young. This is his 37th game. He's had 8 starts. He's 1-14, 4.05 ERA. Does have 3 saves. Giving up 90 hits in 86 2/3 innings, 52 strikeouts, 39 walks, and of course had the celebrated 27-game losing streak, a major league record. Pete Incaviglia leads off against him. Incaviglia is 1 for 5 lifetime against Anthony Young. 1 ball and no strikes. Got that one over. 1-1. There's the Crucker. His 10th home run brought the Phils to within a run. Bouncing ball shortstop. Baez has it. Incaviglia's retired. That's 2 outs, and it will bring up Darren Dalton. Dutch is 0 for 3. Is struck out, fly to right, hit into a fielder's choice. The official 93 Phillies gift and souvenir catalog, courtesy of Kellogg's, is now available. Catalog features all your favorite Phillies items, including jackets, jerseys, T-shirts, caps, and much more. Get the catalog free by calling the Phillies at 463-1000 and ask for a Phillies souvenir and gift catalog. 1 ball and no strikes to Dalton. Dalton lifetime is 3 for 5 against Anthony Young. Phil Cuzzy now is shouting into the Mets dugout and has ejected somebody that looks like Big D. Dallas Green coming out with a young umpire, Phil Cuzzy. He thought the first pitch to Dalton was a strike. And Cuzzy yelled into the dugout to knock it off. And Dallas Green is going to get his money's worth now. Here comes Jerry Crawford in. This
is prime Dallas Green here. The Big D is mad. Jerry Crawford trying to get him out of there.
Dallas Green has been ejected here. Did not like that call of the first pitch to Darren Dalton.
Whoa. That might cost him more than an ejection.
No, he's all right. Jerry Crawford getting him back. Don't forget your hat, Dallas. You threw the hat out of the dugout. There, he got it. Now he's got a little smile on his face. Dallas Green, great baseball man. He's gone for the rest of the afternoon. There goes the hat again.
I don't know what Jerry Crawford said to him, but that's a good umpire that can leave, get him out of there smiling.
Bobby Wine will take over the reins of the Mets. It had been over a month since Kruk hit a home run. His last homer prior to this one here in the 8th inning was on July 11th. Well, Brian Hickerson. But he got the Phils to within 1. 2-0 to count to Dalton. Had a cut, fouls it back. It's 2-1.
Yes, he did have a cut, and he had a pitch.
Wide 3-1. Wes Chamberlain waits on deck. Fouls it off. It's a full count to Dalton. The biggest weekend crowd in Veterans Stadium history, 145,448. 58,103 here today.
Biggest August three-game series, attendance-wise, in the history of the ballpark. Over 145,000.
Full count to Dalton. Fair ball down the left field line. Kicks off the fence. Dutch will get 2 on it. A stand-up double for Dalton. Well, the Phillies have the tying run in scoring position with 2 outs for Wes Chamberlain. Chamberlain has struck out, grounded out, struck out.
The pitch was outside, but he ripped it inside the third base bag.
One ball and no strikes. Chamberlain's not been a good hitter lifetime against Anthony Young. 1 out of 11. Pops a foul, coming back and out of play. One ball and 1 strike. Slider. Called a strike, and Chamberlain in the hole, 1-2. Checked on a low pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Brian Gorman, also the son of a former National League umpire, Tom Gorman. Jerry Crawford, the son of Shag Crawford, who worked for many good years in the league.
Now a full count to Chamberlain. Kim Baptiste waits on deck.
Bobby Wine, who is running the club.
Al Stottlemyre, Mike Cubbage looking on. Ground ball, it's in the hole, it's a base hit to left. Here comes Dalton. Here's Orsulak's throw. He's safe. This game is tied at 4-4 in the bottom of the 8th on a 2-out single by Wes Chamberlain.
Great at-bat by Wes Chamberlain. He hit a 3-2 slider that was down, a pretty good pitcher's pitch. Just reached out, slung it right in that hole. Orsulak's throw was off target. Good throw, and that would have been a close play. Dalton's hook slide. Hundley never could get the tag down. Here's the guy that hit the grand slammer off Young 2 games ago.
Kim Baptiste, lifetime, he's 4 for 7 off Anthony Young. He really got jammed with that one and broke his bat. He hated to lose that bat. Same bat that he hit the slam off Young is gone. Harry Kilman will have a no decision for his work for the afternoon. He pitched well.
You talk about a jam job. I mean, Baptiste got hit down there around the fingernails with that high inside fastball. Kim chased a bad pitch.
Here it is.
Look where that ball hit the bat. Oh, whoa. His grand slam was hit off a slider, and of course Young remembers that. So does Baptiste, I guess.
Tied at 4 here in the 8th inning. Looping into shallow left. It drops for a hit. Here comes Chamberlain. He scores. Baptiste goes to second, and the Phillies have taken a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. As the Fighting Phils come roaring back.
Doing some good base running here, too. Chamberlain got the extra base on the throw to the plate, which was no surprise. Baptiste got the extra base. That was a slider that was down. Once again, not a bad pitch. Baptiste hit it off the end of the bat.
Brings on Kevin Stocker, who is 2 out of 3. Phillies have scored 4 here in the 8th and lead it 5-4. He flies it into center field. This will be the inning as Thompson makes the grab, but a big inning. 4 runs in the inning, including a homer by Kruk. 4 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 9th. Wild Thing time. Phil's lead 5-4.
We thought we'd been everywhere, seen everything. We were wrong.
We're back to the bone. We're back to the bone.
These guys were weird, and we liked it. Later, they took us to the Tower of Bud. Brother, tomorrow we ride again.
There are lots of ways to have fun at a baseball game besides the game. Now, the games. The Phillies give Colorado a Rocky Mountain Low Monday, August 23rd, and Tuesday, the 24th at 7:35. And Wednesday, the 25th at 12:35 in a business person special. Then Cincinnati turns red Friday, August 27th at 7:35, Saturday, the 28th at 7:05, and Sunday, the 29th at 1:35 when kids get a baseball jacket free. Call 463-1000.
Now save up to $13.57 on Dodge Caravans, including air conditioning at no extra charge. So cut yourself in for great savings at the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer. This Dodge Spirit, America's lowest price 6-passenger car, even comes with air at no extra charge because the lid's coming off great deals during the Dodge 93 model clearance.
After 8 innings of play, it's the Phils 5 and New York 4. Tomorrow at 7:30, every day they put their lives at risk for you on Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, only on PHL 17. Wild thing coming in here in the 9th inning.
That's his song. They're playing his song.
Mitch Williams appearing in his 47th game, 3 wins, 3 losses, 31 saves, a 2.80 ERA. 45 innings of work, 39 hits and 14 earned runs. He struck out 39 while walking 26. Dave Gallagher is going to lead off as a pinch hitter for Joe Orsulak. Jim Eisenreich has entered the game in right field, replacing Wes Chamberlain.
This guy's a good pinch hitter, Dave Gallagher. And he has hurt the Phillies in the last couple of seasons.
8 for 19 as a pinch hitter. Strike to Gallagher, who's hitting at 290. He'll be followed by Chico Walker, who will also be a pinch hitter. He's in the on-deck circle. 2 quick strikes to Gallagher. Smokes the ground foul down the third base side. It's still 0-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Down the right field side. Nobody can get it. Wild thing, 31 saves out of 37 opportunities. Brian Gorman says he offered at it. He is a strikeout victim. Pitch didn't look bad even if he didn't swing.
Yeah, it was a slider. It was up a little bit, but yeah, that's a strike anyway. It wasn't called strike. The swing got him, and he did, as you can see, go well around.
Chico Walker hitting at 226, batting a lot better right-handed than left. 289 right-handed, 193 left-handed. As a pinch hitter, he's 12 for 50. One of those 12 a home run. Nice diving grab, Baptiste. Low throw gets by Kruk. Goes down the right field line. Walker falls. He'll stay at first. Baptiste made a good diving grab to save extra bases. Then he made a low throw, and Walker is at first base.
He had time, too. Walker doesn't run that well, and that's a great stop. He was guarding the line, got up and gunned it. I mean, really gunned it. I don't know if he was trying to bounce it over there on the turf or what, but Kruk couldn't come up with it. Good backup down there by Mariano Duncan.
You score that a hit, I'm sure. McKnight fouls it back and out of play. Well, he scored it in there.
That's a pretty harsh story. I mean, he did make the play, and he did have time to make the throw, but who knows?
Good breaking ball. 0-2 to McKnight.
Montreal has beaten the Cardinals 7-1. This could be a big ball game for the Phillies. There it is. Mel Rojas, I believe, got that win in relief.
And 2 to McKnight with a runner at first base and one out. Phillies lead by a run here in the 9th inning. Struck. Give right out of there. Second strikeout for Mitch Williams. 2 down here in the 9th. It'll bring up Kevin Baez.
This was a good pitch. Slider right on that outside, painted the outside corner with it. See that shot from our camera?
Paintage.
Can't make a better pitch than that.
2 down. It'll bring on Kevin Baez. Got that one over. Wild Things throwing strikes. Been ahead of every hitter he has faced here in the 9th inning.
Scares you, doesn't it?
11 pitches, 10 strikes.
Oh, whoops!
Spoke too soon.
That scares you. It almost hit the backstop.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Guy who's in the on-deck circle, Charlie O'Brien, beat Mitch Williams a ball game here at Veterans Stadium. That was Mets' first trip in. Doubled.
One ball and 2 strikes to Kevin Baez, and 58,000 strong on their feet here at Veterans Stadium, anticipating a last out in this game. Low. 2-2. Bouncing ball, foul. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kevin Baez, with Walker at first, 2 outs in the 9th inning. Another foul ball coming back and out of play. Still 2-2.
John Kruk's 2-run homer in the 8th, and Wes Chamberlain got the tying base hit, and Batiste put him ahead.
Another foul ball as Baez hangs tough in there. It's still 2-2. Mitch wants a different ball.
But he's pretty excited about this ball club. Understatement.
High. Full count. Walker will be running on the pitch with 2 outs. Charlie O'Brien waits on deck. High, he walked him. So there are 2 Met runners on base, and Charlie O'Brien coming on as a pinch hitter. Called out to talk to Mitch Williams. Charlie O'Brien hitting at .246. This is just his second pinch hit appearance this year. So Charlie O'Brien coming on. 2 men on base and 2 outs. Just missing 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Fouled it back, 1-1.
O'Brien chased a high pitch. He's anxious, wants to hit, of course.
Chico Walker at second, Kevin Baez at first. Backdoor breaking ball on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to O'Brien.
There's a backdoor breaking ball. That might have been a shade outside. Did come back, but I don't think came back far enough. Just
a little bit outside.
Just missed.
But it was called a strike, and the 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul back, still 1-2. Two men on base, 2 outs. Phil's lead by a run. Into center field. Dykstra is there. This ball game's over. The Phillies have come back to win it by a score of 5-4 with a 4-run 8th inning. Save number 32 for Mitch Williams. Crocker a 2-run homer to get the Phillies close. Batiste single wins it. Chamberlain single ties it. A dramatic win here at the vet before 58,000. 5-4 Phillies. Mitch Williams, the Wild Thing, records his 32nd save. Sunoco and your local Sunoco dealers will donate $100 to the Byrne Foundation in the name of the Wild Thing, Mitch Williams. Phil's win 5-4. Back with the totals and a recap in a moment.
While some travel the path of luxury, others search for the road of fiscal responsibility. However, for a limited time, there is an alternate route, one that offers the best of both. The Mitsubishi Diamante ES lease, just $299 a month with no money down. So lease a Diamante from Mitsubishi.
Take the direct route to your three-state Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
Okay, panel. How can you recognize the genuine Yellow Pages?
It has a yellow cover.
Good.
It says New Jersey Belle on the front.
Right.
It has more choices inside.
Yes! That's how you tell the genuine article from mere imitators. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
His words can kill. Now someone wants to kill him. Talk radio.
Thursday at 8 on PHL 17.
Hi, I'm Ed O'Neill, and you're watching PHL 17, the home of the Phillies.
Phils win 5-4 with a 4-run 8th inning. John Kruk's 2-run homers got the Phils within 1. Wes Chamberlain, a 2-out single, tied it. Kim Batiste, a 2-out base hit, won it as the Phils beat the Mets 5-4 and increased their lead now over the St. Louis Cardinals to 9 games with the win. For the winning Phils, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left. For the Mets, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5. David West gets the win in relief. He's 5-3. The loss goes to Anthony Young, now 1-15. And the Wild Thing, his 32nd save as the Phils win it 5-4. Back with more from the vet right after this.